here I've got a whiteboard and I've got my laptop and notes, and we're gonna work through this together. These two topics of interest, which I think people have questions, but not as many people have had the time to find answers. So I'm here to share with you my research and some some conclusions. So starting off with the idea of the size matters question. That's what people ask, and there are hints at it in media, like size matters jokes or references to, measuring men's privates or women's chest, and those are the two kind of attention points that the concept draws to. It's like a sexual thing. So I want to explain what to do when you hear these comments, and what to do when you feel that either you as a man or woman are not adequate. And we're going to do it in a written style. And so let's see if I back this up a tad. I think I can get our whole. Yeah, here we go. I can get our whole. Right. So the first one is we only should want to be attractive enough for our spouse. So when asked, are my intimate features, intimate features attractive? The answer is only for one person. They are meant for only one spouse. And only want people to like you for who you are. Only want people to like you if they truly like you. All right. Right. So then let me see here. So so people's bodies only start coming into question when people want like one like a lot of people think they can all have like one person, or the whole premarital intimacy thing, that's where people all seek out. Basically what it is they're all seeking out pleasure. They're all seeking out, how do I say this? How do I say this? The question is, the pleasure question is, why do people want premarital intimacy? Why do people want to go on dates, or why do they want intimacy before marriage? It's because they want pleasure. It's not because they love the person. That's why the seeking of pleasure is destructive. People want premarital intimacy, PMI, because they want pleasure. Not because they want to please. They want to attach to someone who they care about. Caring about someone, caring or loving someone is about values. Okay, so let's see here. So the thing is when people feel stressed out, they will default to if they default to thinking of flat or vulva, then that will make you less stressed. I'll write that down. Default to flower when feel stressed. It's like a secret. It's a secret. It's like a secret key. The secret key to unlocking a peaceful life. So what people do is they try to say that, oh, we'll wait till heaven or what have you for a peaceful life, but you can't experience the enjoyment and happiness in this material realm without the potential for there being suffering. Now, as a man, to feel masculine and be a foundation for your wife, you have to be not about trying to get more and more pleasure. As a man, to be a foundation for your wife, you have to not be about seeking pleasure more than truth, more than your truth and principles. All right. And remember, guys, this is about feeling a sense of peace. This is not about trying to, quote unquote, get a bunch of women. This is about peace. Not trying to get women. Remember, it's not successful. It is not successful to seduce women, to get women. I mean, let me get a cloth here. Okay. To get, so watch out for people. They'll use these words like success to get women. Rather, it's to have a wife. A wife you consider an equal who wants the same values as you. Okay. Even if she plays the role of your follower and supporter. Okay. So, trying to figure this out. So, you never want. Oh, okay. Um, uh, uh, I think women shouldn't show off until they're married. Here's why: because it makes it look like they're trying to uh, makes it look like they're trying to get a husband, which trying to think about that there. Uh, Working on this, guys. I'm working on this. Yeah. Mm, uh, so the trick is it's like the physical world is it's misleading. All this like more and more stuff and new stuff and this whole like bigger, better, badder deal. It's not. It doesn't. The end result isn't a sense of peace. Like it's basically putting false idols in front of women. Like if you look at the extremes of the cultures of your religious versus non-religious cultures, you'll notice that they the ones that are really into the woman dressing carefully, conservatively, and and are more into the woman not having to work and being at the home. Those people really care about their women. And on the other hand, the ones where they're like let the women be free and do whatever they want, those cultures are the women get treated poorly. Their fathers don't care if they're with other women. or excuse me, other men, and hmm, hmm. So okay, that's another point. So don't put no false idols above woman and her body. Okay, so 8 is when women, let's say a woman makes like well, let's say somebody makes a size matters joke, right, about men's privates. Response to size matters comment. Okay. So this would be oh, want people to get married, make adult films, okay, if they are attractive, are attractive, okay, and if possible, and also nude erotic pictures uh, adult pictures celebrating flower. So men and women, it's like an adjustment that they're going to have to make to be more interested in a woman's flower. Okay. So, and this is for both men and women. For men to not be so focused on their own privates and other men's privates, but instead their or for that matter, women's breasts, because what's like the defining feature? It's like the woman's flower, right? So why would you? So you have to, if you believe that, you have to act. You have to act like it. And so these people who, you know, make all these comments and have all this posturing, they don't they don't act like vulva is number one. So act like flower Number one, do you think, number one, hmm. So part of this has to do with like all these, forget social media dances, like show off your flower if you really want to do something meaningful. All these uh, social media dances are 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 incomplete without woman displaying flower. Okay. So, hmm. And it's non-hetero. It's non-hetero for men to discuss their discuss men's privates. Yeah. And speaking of which, uh, POV adult ENT entertainment is preferred Don't want to see guy's face. Okay. 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 Moving on. Okay. So here's another issue. It's that when people talk, why talk? Or when people say they're talking to they want to talk to a woman or go on a date, it's all to seduce them. It's not like here's here's my solution for that. Okay, you ready? No dating. Do not date. Date. So tell woman, check out your social media. Don't follow. If she likes it, send message. Uh, so this is all about marriage, right? So how do we make life about marriage? Well, you tell the person you see someone. You see someone and it's like you want them to, if they show, if you look at a woman. So one, look at woman. If two, if she shows interest, say married, committed to my values and marriage principles. Marriage principles. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay. So that is, I think, kind of everything we've got on this. Hmm. And then we should also be cognizant of that men and women have to have and LGBT, they have to have protocol that they're willing to stand by. Okay. Okay, so when I say that, I'm talking about, yeah. The trouble with LGBT is if they're is they if they seduce their fellow if gay men seduce their fellow man, then that interferes with the what's called the brotherhood uber alles, or a sense of fellowship between men, and then the same with women. So there have to be these rules that people abide by, just like how hetero men, it's not appropriate for them to be, talking with women. Just the same, we need to have some rules for homo men. Like they should find a way to identify themselves, like visually, and they should want to be married as well. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they want a lifetime partner, a lifetime spouse, right? I think part of the challenge with women is they seem to be always searching for, like, they have this biological drive to continue searching for what's best, and maybe that means that the man has to grow together, but it also means that the man has to improve in the marriage, so that she's always like looking up to him, like getting better. It's really hard to go in a certain direction without like initial questions. Yeah, like if somebody, like, a good question to ask, for example, would be, do somehow, okay, so let me zoom in on something. So it's not acceptable to be saying something like, I'm not sure if, yeah, someone's, if you're saying like something like, I'm not sure if someone, it's unacceptable to be unsure, is what I'm saying. You know people say things like, maybe this person will like me, or I don't know if, they kind of look at someone and think like, oh, I wonder if maybe they are compatible with me. It's like that's in the field of uncertainty, that you have to have a list of things you are like and don't like. Okay, so let's add that into the comment here. You think people say maybe she likes me or would change to be more like me. But uncertainty is unacceptable. Unacceptable. Make list. All right. Make a list. Make a list. Guys, I have to remind you, all these things like having an iPhone, which emits more radiation than any phones, having, I recommend, like, there's a $60 Motorola I'm using right now. I got it at Target. Smartphone, very useful, and I keep it in a pocket closer, like a cell phone pocket, like on my shorts, that's closer to my legs than my privates or my operating organs. Everything, guys. Wi-Fi, all this, the fluoride in toothpaste. By the way, there's something called hydroxy apatite, something like that. It's a new toothpaste that's popular in use in a lot of places, and there's something else. There's something called methylene blue, and then there's something called nicotinamide. Let me pull it up here. Let me pull it up. Let's pull it up here. Hold on, guys. These improve the. Jesus, I thought I fucking. Oh, here we go. So it's called. Oh, and also grounding using there's a bed you can use to plug in and it helps ground your body. Okay, here we go. It's called nicotinamide riboside. So what this stuff is it basically it improves your what's it called? It improves your mitochondria, which apparently are the mitochondria's dysfunction is like the key thing in aging. Okay. Nicotinamide from Fabu, and the Fabulova research is the best one. In fact, here, check it out. It's this one right here. Okay. Okay, and then Methylene blue. Wait. No. Methylene blue, yeah. And then there's a product called Dentite, which uses that hydroxyapatite tooth, which strengthens the teeth, and there's it can reverse cavities and everything. Ugh. All right, so so there you go, a little bonus for living long. What's it going to take for people to get excited about having a wife again? Well, it's going to take people realizing that the most attractive thing is men realizing the most attractive thing is a virgin woman, and the only way to achieve that is for all men to be virgins as well, so that they can operate in a society where the big thing is is not being ruled by your sexual desires. Like, as men, we need to practice self-intimacy. We need to, and you could even call it sex with yourself. Like, it has to be something that you do that is like getting that post-nut mental clarity. It's that thing where you don't. Yeah, post-nut mental clarity. Ugh. Hmm. Well, it's a separate entity to be controlled by that. It's like if you remove that sexual desire, then you can see clearly of what a of how to select a woman. Yeah. Now, part of the reason people are hesitant to get married is because they're kind of hesitant about the whole idea of like having children. And but the reality is having children shouldn't be about wanting to have people to control. It should be about it should the theme of it should be about wanting to raise your child with the same shared values as both you and your spouse. Like, that's the whole point. It's that you have shared values and you want to share them with somebody else, or teach them to somebody else. And it might be that your child grows up and is no longer interested in your values, but you're going to be sharing those values with other people, and 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 so that's the whole point of marriage. It's to promulgate your shared values. Let's jot that down. Marriage. Let's see here. Let's write this down here. Okay, hold on. Marriage is about promulgating shared values. Promulgate shared values. Okay. So why don't we take a review of everything I've written here down, because this has been a really cool review here. We'll go ahead and zoom in on all this stuff here. Let me try to make sure the camera lens is clear enough. Okay, so check it out, guys. So when, about the whole size matters thing, right? So when people put into question, is my body attractive? Are my intimate features attractive? They're only meant to be attractive for one spouse, okay? And you should only want people to like you, a person to like you, if they truly like you. All right, so, and people, okay, the whole premarital intimacy, like the reason size would matter was because people were engaging in premarital intimacy with lots of people, and they're trying to find somebody who they find the most attractive. So but the problem with PMI is people want it because they want pleasure. And so not because they want to attach to someone who they care about, who they have the same values as. So it's basically this battle between people being principled and people just pursuing pleasure. It's important to default to a woman's flower when feeling stressed. It's a secret to unlocking a peaceful life. Like, if your life is not about a woman's vulva, then you're going to be lost, right? And as a man, right, it's like you want to be a foundation for your wife, and you shouldn't be about seeking pleasure, like all this trying to like increase your own ability to nut better or more intensely. Like, that's feminine. Your foundation for your wife is about your truth and your principles. And people may say that maybe she likes me, or maybe I would change, or maybe if she changed a little bit, she'd be more like me. But this uncertainty is not acceptable. You've got to make a list, okay? You've got to make a list of the things that you definitely want, that you want from someone. And in terms of compatibility. And that way you can say it instantly, does this person match the list? No. Or maybe they do. Now, this is about peace. Okay, it's not about trying to get women. Because this whole thing about being successful with women, that's not success, okay? Having success is having a wife that you consider an equal, who wants the same values as you, who, even if she plays the role of your follower, you guys still have like the same set of values. And remember, for all these like certain people, like rappers, men who are mentioning men's privates, dude, that's not a hetero activity to do. Remember to have no false idols above woman and her body. POV, point of view, POV adult entertainment is preferred. You don't want to see the guy's face, right? Now remember, whenever people do make like these size matters comments, say that you want people to get married and film adult films if they are attractive, and you also, you know, you want pictures of women with no clothing, and like all these social media dances, like, dude, they're incomplete, okay, without the woman displaying her flower. All right, it's all like half-hearted, and it's all like a tease. Let me write that down. Half-hearted tease. That's a good one. It's a half-hearted tease. All right. Okay, so then maybe you're wondering, and is vulva number one for you? Act like it's number one. Act like it. And then as a final thought, if you're trying to, if you think you're ready as a man, here's what you do. You look at a woman, and then if she shows interest, you can say, hey, this is my name. I'm committed to my values. I'm committed to marriage principles, and ask them if they'd like to check out your social media. If they like it, then send you a message. That way, it's super black and white, super efficient. It's not all these crazy like dates and like thinking, oh, is do we need to, how long does it take to categorize someone whether or not they're a good match for you? You see, because a marriage, okay, what it's about is it's about sharing and promoting the same values that you have with the world, be it your children or other people. That's what the meaning of marriage is. And the reality is, I think, from what I have observed and also like religious texts have confirmed, is that the man has to be the one who has the values, because, and is kind of the leader, because he doesn't, like, the man can't really the man has to lead, because the woman doesn't really have like a value system. What women kind of do is they follow. Like, women don't mind getting money from other people, from their husbands or whatever it may, and then caring for things. Unfortunately, nowadays a lot of women will do things like get money from the government and then care for like animals instead of human beings. So it's a misappropriation of their natural inclinations to be caretakers. They should be caretaking of humans. So again, no false idols above woman and her body. And a lot of religions of the past they've had these false idols, right? But they've indicated not to have false idols. And so that's why we exist in a world where it's not your emotions, it's not your worries about the world, it's not cars, it's not people's bodies, it's vulva.